Happy Monday, all. Jason checking in here with the weekly Showcase Miami Real Estate Update. So, August 17th has arrived. It came here 2 days ago, and that was the day when all the changes were going to happen based on the NAR settlement that was established. So, let's dive into that and take a closer look at the NAR settlement and how that affects us. So, thank you very much, Zyrel, for showing us the slides. So here's the National Association of Realtors Settlement Simplified. I'll read it out loud just for clarification. You now must use, as a realtor, you must use a buyer representation agreement before showing a home that includes these four things. You must disclose the amount or rate of compensation you'll get as a realtor. Your compensation amount must be written into the agreement as a percentage or dollar amount and cannot be open-ended. For example, the agreement cannot say buyer broker compensation shall be whatever amount the seller is offering to the buyer. That doesn't work. Number 3, you cannot receive compensation for brokerage services from any source for more than the amount or rate agreed to in your buyer representation agreement. Number 4, you must decide a conspicuous statement that broker fees and commissions are not set by law and are fully negotiable. And what many agents are saying is it's always been that way. It's always been negotiable, whether it's the listing side or the broker, the buyer side commission, it's always been negotiable. So now here it is written out. So go ahead, let's go to the next one. Number 2, cooperative compensation can no longer be advertised on the MLS. So that's the biggest change. On the MLS, if you're a realtor, you're searching for your buyer to see what condos you can show, for instance, or what homes you can show. You will no longer see what the seller is offering the buyer's agent, if you're the buyer's agent, for commission on that deal. So sellers can still decide to specifically offer cooperative compensation, and it can be marketed any place other than the MLS, such as in a newsletter, text message, a broker's agent or agent's own website. You cannot market other brokerages' cooperative compensation for their listings on your or your broker's website. Sellers can still offer a concession to buyers in the MLS, and that concession can be used to pay the buyer's agent should the buyer choose. That's important. Number 3 is very important. Let me repeat that. Sellers can still offer a concession to buyers in the MLS, and that concession can be used to pay the buyer's agent should the buyer choose. The concession offer from the seller to the buyer can be noted in the public comment section of your MLS listing. Agents must disclose in listing agreements, buyer representation agreements, and pre-closing disclosures that broker commissions are not set by law and are fully negotiable. Thank you, Zyrel. So there we've read, that's the NAR Settlement Simplified. Now let's go into how does that affect a seller or a buyer? Let's say they're looking to buy or you're looking to sell, let's say a condo in Miami today. So we look at the MLS in graph form right here. This shows no limit, just condo, Southeast Florida. We're looking at 0 to no limit, just condo right here. So if you look here on July of 2024, there were 23,000 condos last month available, 23,000 condos available. Now let's compare that to July of 2023. There were about half of that, 12,890 for sale. So you've got double the inventory right now. So these are the people that are searching for a buyer for condo. Hence, the opportunists, the contrarians will say, well, okay, it's getting interesting in terms of condos. There's a lot more selection. I can be making lots of offers and get some good deals out there, right? So one can argue it's a good time for the next 12 months to be buying a condo in South Florida. So let's take a look at a drone video, for instance, of one that we have, Zyrel. If you could share our Brickell condo that we recently listed, fantastic opportunity for the right buyer. So here it is. It's in the Palace that was developed by Harry Helmsley from New York, developer. So it was designed by Architectonica. Magnificent bayfront views, looking out over Key Biscayne over here, Rickenbacker Causeway. 2-bedroom here. You've got west-facing views as well. So you see the sunset. You see the skyline view in the evening. It's called the Palace, 1541 Brickell Avenue. You can walk, you can bike very easily from your condo to this beautiful recreation area called Rickenbacker Causeway on Key Biscayne. There you have Echo by Ugo Colombo. You have the Four Seasons, walking distance to all these, half a mile away, Mary Brickell Village. You've got so much within walking distance. It offers a lot. The unit does need updating, I'll tell you that. It's a 2-bedroom, 2-bath. You can add value by updating the unit, but the location, the views to the east, to the west, the size of the rooms of this particular condo, unit 3503, over at the Palace, are magnificent, magnificent. So I'd love to show it to you if you are in Miami or you're about to come down to Miami. You're looking for a pied-à-terre, or you're looking to buy your own piece of Miami with views that will be beautiful for a long, long time. Here it is. It's on the 35th floor of this building right there, and that's why you have these stellar views. Okay, so there we have it. So now let's take a look. The price was just changed because you have lots of inventory, as we just saw. Again, I'm going to share the screen. In the environment that we're in right now, you've got 23,000 condos, double the inventory of 12 months ago. What does that mean? Is it a buyer's market or a seller's market? If we divide 23,000 divided by 2,286 units that sold in July, we should have about 12 months of inventory. Actually, it's 10 months of inventory. A neutral market, as we've said many times before, is 6 months. So if it's less than 6 months, seller's market, seller's advantage. If it's more than 6 months of inventory, buyer's market or buyer's advantage. So looking back at last July, it was a seller's advantage because it's less than 6 months, meaning it would have taken 4.7 months to sell the condos that were on the market at that point in time, which was those 12,890 based on 2,741 sales that month. It would have taken 4.7 months, seller's market. As you see, the inventory has been rising to where it's now a buyer's market because it's over 10 months. So we've seen that. We've seen the drone video. We've seen trend graphics. Now let's look at 1541 Brickell and take a quick peek at that. Right. We're going to show what has sold in the building and why it's such a good opportunity. So the one you just looked at, 3503, is at $699,000, 35th floor. There's one that's lower, 630. They just reduced from 699 to 630 since Saturday, because they were at 699 on Saturday. And that's on the 4th floor. So imagine 31 floors higher in the views that that offers for 699. And then after that, it goes up 795 to 1.18 for 2 bedrooms in this building. We're just looking at this building. And if you look at the closed sales for 2 bedrooms in this building in the last 12 months, you're seeing 720 to 1,015,000. And keep in mind that the 720 took place about 20 floors below, and that one sold for 720. Hence, 699, the unit that we are selling, is a magnificent, this is virtual staging, just so you know, but those are your views from within the unit, the living room. This is actual, this is virtual staging. So, and again, the unit is here on the 35th floor, stunning views, designed by Arquitectonica. You can see where it is in relation to the rest of the buildings. Here you have Echo by Ugo Colombo. You have Four Seasons right here, residences. You have the Mandarin Oriental right here. Magnificent location. So you're seeing the virtually staged photos mixed in with the actual photos. Here's the lobby. Has 2 tennis courts. Right here, you can see just to the north of the building. Church down here. So there you have it. So next thing we're going to do is we're going to take a quick look at given all the new information that we've just covered as far as commission, who pays what. Let's just take a quick look, conversation that I'll have with the seller as I'm explaining it to them. So there's commission. There's the seller commission, how much the seller agent, let's say the listing agent, gets paid. And then there's the buyer agent commission. So the conversation that I have with the seller is absolutely, you are just responsible to pay the listing agent's commission in the new landscape. Absolutely. Just pay, go ahead and pay whatever you choose to as far as the commission right here for the listing agent for us to market your property, Miss Seller. Question is, buyer, does the seller offer a buyer agent of 60,000 realtors in Miami? Do you offer any commission to the buyer's agents? My suggestion, my strong recommendation to the seller is, yes, Mr. Seller, Miss Seller, the idea of offering compensation to the buyer's agent is that you're incentivizing them. You're putting it on the open market with us for a reason, correct? So by putting on the open market, why not have all 60,000 Miami realtors be incentivized to show your listing, especially when you've got double the inventory that you had last year trying to sell? So offer them something is the suggestion, so that your listing is attractive to as many realtors and their buyers as possible. Do you have to do it by law? Absolutely not. If you're looking as a business decision to get the most demand by putting your unit on the open market, something to consider. Me personally, if I'm selling my condo, I'm putting it, or my house, I'm offering 3% to the buyer's agent to make sure that I increase my demand. Demand goes way up if I offer compensation to the buyer's agent. So really, the law has changed. You don't have to. There's no more commission being offered on the MLS in terms of what you're advertising. If you're a seller, however, do you want to offer commission to the buyer's agent? And I will humbly assert that one would, if one wants to increase the demand, increase the number of showings, increase the number of inquiries, increase the number of offers, increase the attractiveness of the terms by having multiple buyers competing for your offering, for your listing. It hasn't changed from that standpoint. You can ask the buyer to pay for the buyer's commission, but the buyer's agent's commission, but you're not taking control, in my opinion, of putting your property on the market and ensuring that you get the most demand for your property. So that's my 2 cents. Hopefully it's helpful. Hopefully this was good information of the new rules that started August 17th of 2024. If you have any other questions, please contact me. Happy to help. My number is right here. Take care. Until the next time. Talk to you soon. And please do like and follow us if you like this content. We'll continue to provide more and love to reach more people. Have a great day.